This is Bill Wendell from the Real Estate Cafe. I'm doing a remote shot in Jamaica Plain today, and I heard about this establishment on WBUR. They were talking about a computer museum that's also a repair shop, active repair shop. The owner has allowed me to survey the premise but prefers to be off camera. And I wanted to zoom into the mortal combat that's happening in real estate. There is a huge fight about whether properties should all be required to be on the MLS. And way back, 1993-ish, Bill Gates wrote a book called The Road Ahead. Anybody who now carries one of these pocket phones knows you can get the MLS online. But what they don't know is how many layers of hidden inventory there is, and how people have taken something called a pocket listing, which was once a controversial breach of duty to hide a listing, hence the word pocket. People have now weaponized that and are trying to turn hiding listings into a competitive advantage, hence this mortal combat. So of course I'm using that word metaphorically to laugh, but Gates in '93 said the real estate agent is out of a job as they know it. In fact, another Boston-based institution, Arthur D. Little, was actually the strategic planning consultant for the National Association of Realtors when this was a 1994 state-of-the-art machine. This was way back in, 84? The original desktop, I have one of those. In any case, they predicted that the middlemen in the real estate industry would be replaced by P2P searches, principal-to-principal, peer-to-peer searches. Instead, the industry maintained its position. So instead of disintermediating, they continued to not only be the gatekeepers for real estate, but too often collect both sides of the commission. So I actually have in storage a handful of devices like this that trace the movement of the industry from 1995 to today. My company, the Real Estate Cafe, was a space, a retail space about as big as this. And at the time, things we take for granted, like being able to access the inventory on a handheld device, you actually had to be in the room with a real estate agent. So we had, like a Kinko's, we had 20 different workstations. Most of them had a personal computer, not all of them. And people would literally come in and pay by the hour. Well, now the fight is whether people are going to have to pay through the nose to get access to hidden listing. I'm going to drop the puck on the ice there and say thanks for listening. We've hit the 3-minute mark.